Hello everyone, welcome to another Infinite Magic Raid video. Today we're going to be talking about the patch update of the week, specifically the new legend Moloch. Let's see, is this character going to be OP or just going to be another meh character in the game? Let's find out. So first of all, this is a legend character from the Doom Legion faction. And of course, once you hear Doom Legion, most of the characters there do burn damage. I believe other than the Epic Creon, and maybe some direct damage healers, many of them do burn damage. Andras is the most notable in recent history. The type is attack, so it's an attack character, and from the force mark. So the basic attack, Scorching Combo is the name of the basic attack. It deals 3 stages of attack damage, each to a single enemy. Then each stage inflicts burn damage. Now, inflicts burn damage could mean 2 things. It could either mean that it does burn damage, like just a single instance of damage, or it applies the burn debuff on the opponent. If this is going to apply the burn debuff, then 100% this is going to be very, very important for Elemental City. You will know that there is a particular boss in the current Elemental City that requires detonation damage. Is it the current one or the previous one? I think it's the previous one. But in one of the iterations of Elemental City, there's a boss that requires detonation. It has 6 shields, and each shield can be removed by detonation. So if a character is doing 3 stages of burn, that is inflicting burn on the opponent, which means that they are going to be doing detonation. And in this case, this character is doing it on their basic attack, which means each basic attack that's going to be done by this character is going to be removing 1 shield. So if not for any other thing, if this works the way I'm thinking it's going to work, it means this character is made for Elemental City, and specifically those bosses that require you to have burn character. So if that's the case, then yes, this character has already created a use just from his basic attack, which is quite interesting. So next up, the active skill 1 summons 5 meteors summon 5 meteors which prioritize attacking different enemies. So that's AoE damage. Each meteor deals attack damage and inflicts attack burn damage. So this active skill has proven what I said on the basic skill. So that basic skill that I talked about earlier is going to apply burn to the opponent, which is amazing because it means this character is going to be doing detonation on their basic attack. Which means if you counter attack with this character or you use pursue with this character alone can clear. Normally you need a bunch of burn characters to clear that detonation. So it basically means this character alone would be enough. Maybe just this character with Andras or this character with Little Jack would be enough to clear the shield of the boss. Right now only Little Jack does that detonation on basics. It means this character is going to be like Little Jack, able to clear those shields from Elemental City. So yeah, this is looking very much like an Elemental City character so far. So it summons 5 meteors, active skill 1, which prioritize attacking different enemies. Each meteor deals attack damage and inflicts attack burn damage. Yeah, so this active skill 1 is going to be pretty strong because it's going to do attack burn damage and attack damage. Well, we're going to, if based on the percentage of the attack damage is doing, we're going to find that out soon. But yeah, for now, that is looking quite strong as well. Now, for the passive of this character, it's called Meteor Shower, and it goes as follows. Moloch gains 1 layer of Fireball Meteor at the beginning of his turn. Okay? When an ally deals detonation damage, so if maybe you have Little Jack on the team, or you have Andras, or you have Anna, or you have Barry, and they do detonation damage, there is a chance to get a chance. They've not told us they have the chance, so that chance is going to also matter. Is it going to be 10% chance or 100 or a 50% chance? We don't know yet, but yeah, based on that chance, this to depend. That would now tell us how powerful this passive would be. So there's a chance to get 1 meteor shard. So for every detonation, you get 1 meteor shard. Okay, understood. This chance is not affected by effect hit or effect rest. So yeah, that's nice. Every X meteor shards, they've not told us the amount of meteor shards, but let's go with 4, for example. Every 4 meteor shards, for example, but they said X, so we don't know the exact amount yet. Every X meteor shard would be converted into 1 layer of Fireball Meteor. And remember, this Fireball Meteor is what he gains at the beginning of his turn. So at the beginning of every turn, he gains 1 Fireball Meteor. When his teammates, his allies, do detonation damage to a certain number, maybe they do like 3 detonation damage, for example, you're going to get another fireball meteor. So what does this fireball meteor do? That's what we're trying to find out now. When Moloch has 4 layers of fireball meteor, it will consume all of them to cast falling meteor for once. And falling meteor is his active skill 1, which does AoE attack and burn damage. So that's quite strong. This is basically reminiscent of Nita. You know, Nita, once she has applied 5 layers of poison, she's going to do active skill 1 for free. So if you have used Nita before, then this is basically the same thing. But this guy, once he acquires 4 layers of this meteor shower, is going to do his active skill 1 for free. So it's basically just the way Nita works. So that's also quite good. This guy seems like he's going to be doing a lot of damage, but we are going to see the percentage first to know how powerful it will be. Now his active skill 2 is going to increase all allies attack by 40% for 2 turns. Afterwards, deal attack damage to all enemies and inflict extra detonation damage for once. The lower the target HP percentage, the higher the extra damage. So that's quite strong, the active skill 2. So this is another AoE damage. So basically, it's 2 active skills are AoE damage. So this is definitely an AoE damage dealer. Would definitely be good for Force Mark 30. That boss that has stealth, definitely good for Elemental City. So this character has use, and that's what I like to see in the game. Not all characters have to be OP in all modes. We can see like Nereid is quite good in PvP and she's quite good in Guild and Wandering Coast. Not so she's also decent in PvE, Elemental City. But that's not really a forte. So this character seems like a niche character for Elemental City, for towers. Likely going to still be good in faction as well. So not all characters will be good in every single mode in the game. So I think this is going to be a good damage dealer, specifically Elemental City, then tower and faction base. So let's check out the exclusives. Exclusive 1, there is a chance to inflict deep burn 2. I believe deep burn 2 is 50% damage on burn, 50% burn damage for 2 turns after orb impact deals damage. So what is orb impact? Orb impact is his active skill 2. So when it does active skill 2, it has a chance to inflict deep burn 2 on the opponent on its exclusive 1. Also, if I know that active skill 2 is AoE, so everybody gets the burn, just like Andra's active skill 1 does. Also, if the survived enemies are no more than 3 after orb impact is cast, reduce orb impact CD by 1 turn. Wow. So if not more than 3 survives, then he reduces the turn of his active skill 2. So that means he gets to use that his active skill 2 more often, depending on how powerful you build him or how powerful that skill actually is. So the active skill 1 is already very, very nice. So the exclusive 1 is already very nice. So exclusive 2 reduces layers of fireball meteor needed by meteor shower to cast falling meteor to 3 layers. Also, when Moloch has 2 layers of fireball meteor, grant self damage immunity and control immunity for 1 turn. Wow. The effects mentioned above are only triggered once after falling meteor is cast due to meteor shower each time. Oh wow. So once his passive takes place, just like Nita, once he has gotten 4 layers of meteor shower and he hits his free active skill 1, he's going to get a damage immunity and control immunity for 1 turn. That's quite nice. Although 1 turn is quite short, 1 turn doesn't sound too OP. Like no, that gives you 2 turns for damage immunity, but this guy is also getting control immunity. So I guess if you can speed tune your team properly, you could actually take advantage of this. It doesn't sound too OP, but yes, it's definitely useful. Exclusive 3, each meteor summoned by falling meteor inflicts 1 layer of shattered meteor. So this is another buff or debuff on the target for 2 turns. Up to 3 layers, each of which increases their burn damage taken by 15% during a single cast of falling meteor. The burn damage dealt by the 3rd and following meteors to the same target is considered as detonation damage. So he's doing extra detonation damage by exclusive theory by getting this new debuff. So there's a new debuff that we apply when it's on exclusive theory that will also increase the detonation damage. So like I said, this guy is detonation. So right now you need about 2 or 3 burn characters to beat some of the burn bosses. But I'm thinking with this guy, you may not even need the whole team. He on his own on exclusive theory could do it. That's what I'm saying right now. So just like Little Jack, this guy on his own, without having a bond support, could take down some of all those Elemental City bosses. So I believe this guy was just built to solve the issues in Elemental City. And of course, this is not a character that you can only get, like, it's not a limited hero. So after 2 weeks from now, you'll be able to get him in the normal drops. So yeah, this is a character that everybody eventually would be able to get. And you, of course, you can use your legend dragon eye on him. So that's really nice. I'm actually stoked for Moloch. Moloch seems really strong. So let's check out the Epic Jarvis. Is a support character from Holy Light Parliament, also Force Mark. Is basic, it deals attack damage to a single enemy with a chance to reduce the target attack by 20%. So attack reduction on basic. Okay, they didn't mention the chance. Usually the chance is low on basic. So yeah, no, we will have to find out. Then his active skill 1 increases all ally speed and attack by 20% for 2 turns. That's pretty much standard for epics at this point. And for his passive, when an ally is granted a buff, it restores the ally's HP based on their max HP. Each ally cannot trigger this effect again within 1 turn. So basically every two turns, an ally that has a buff is going to get some health revived. So restored rather. So that's quite simple. The active skill 2 of Jarvis is it deals attack damage to all enemies with a chance to inflict imprison. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. A chance to inflict imprison for 1 turn. Give me Jarvis. Give me Guys, the only character in the game right now that can give you imprison is Lydia, a limited hero. This guy Jarvis at exclusive 0 is going to be able to inflict imprison with his exclusive, with his active skill 2. Imprison is really important because it helps to restrict opponents from having those extra turns. The only thing that this character doesn't act first, so Lydia is still better because Lydia can act first and do the imprison, but this guy cannot act first. But if you can give him enough speed, or you use him with space, he should be able to inflict imprison on the opponent, and they won't. Well, okay, I honestly, I don't know how OP it will be since it doesn't act first. Because what makes Lydia's imprison OP is that she's able to act first, then apply imprison. This guy doesn't act first, so we will have to see how good it will be. But it's nice to see that an epic is going to have this, an epic that everybody can access. So yeah, I'm looking forward to testing Jarvis. Jarvis looks interesting. Okay, let's check out his exclusive. Power of Iceborne, exclusive 1. Acts 1 extra turn after casting this skill. Okay. After casting his active skill 1, he's going to add 1 extra turn. So when he increases his speed and attack, increase all ally speed and attack, he will get 1 more turn. So that's quite strong. His exclusive 2 is immune to speed down and turn meter reduction. Immune to speed down and turn meter. Whoa. Jarvis is interesting, guys. Jarvis is interesting. Immune to speed down, turn meter reduction. Jarvis is definitely one I want to get now. Forget Moloch. I need Jarvis. When Frost Impact, which is his active skill 2, inflicts imprison, there's a 60% chance to inflict freeze instead for 1 turn. Don't know how good that would be. On his exclusive 3, it could replace imprison with... I think this guy will be great at exclusive 2. Exclusive 3 seems like you are losing imprison. 60% chance to inflict freeze instead of imprison. We already have too many freeze characters in the game. I don't think we need another freeze. So this might just be one character that you stop at exclusive 2. But we shall see how that performs ultimately. Yeah, so there's going to be a Miracle Wish up on Friday, 15th of September. I believe we already know that, where you can have a chance to drop Moloch or Jarvis. Of course, the other legend hero you could drop are Nasil, Rista, Melot, and Set. So that's quite strong. This is a good one to participate in. Nasil is excellent in PvP. Rista is excellent in all modes. Melot is quite good, especially alongside Nita. I don't want to say she's excellent, but I know she's quite good. She's good for a poison team anyways. So yeah, Set is excellent in all modes. So definitely this is one that you want to participate in. Fortunately for me, I may not be able to get anything because I don't have enough Miracle Wishes, but yeah. Why for the epics you're going to have a chance to get Jarvis, Dorian, Jerry, so only Jarvis. Seems interesting. Moloch is strong, and yeah, so this is a good one to participate in. Of course, they're adding a new campaign stage. Abyss Prison campaign stage is going to be added from on Thursday, 14th of September to 21st of September. So, yeah, So those are the new modes I've added. They've also added chat message notification feature in game. So yeah, anytime you have message, you get notification. Of course, you have a right. You have the option to turn that off. They've added language channel feature for word channel, so you can choose the language you want. By default, it will pick your own language. So that's interesting. Some feature adjustment. They've optimized the skill description of Epic Heroine Norma. A basic attack, yeah, that basic attack that is supposed to remove buffs from the opponent. I know, they didn't explain that properly, so they're going to explain it properly now. So it's not a buff, just a rewarding, just the way they rewarded Nereid's passive recently. So they've also added information of guild language, total guild members, and power requirements to the recruit channel of the chat system. So yeah, those are nice additions. But guys, Jarvis seems very, very interesting. For the epic character, Moloch is looking very strong for the legend, and I think this is one that everyone would want to participate in. So, and don't worry guys, even if you don't get it during his miracle wish, it's okay, don't be sad. In 2 weeks time, you'll be able to get these characters from regular drops, so you could save your excellent wishes and your supreme wishes for 2 weeks from now, so that maybe you might be lucky. Even if you don't get Moloch, you could get Jarvis, and Jarvis is looking very, very interesting. If you enjoy my videos guys, smash the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.